Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow, comment live, or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to the morning show. Today is the day of green.
Green? Why green?
Because the Jets signed Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's big news.
No, it ain't.
Why?
Because
You
there's a lot of
love the Jets.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers is not the cure. Sorry to tell
Do you
you.
want him or Zach Wilson?
I don't want Zach Wilson either. I wouldn't have drafted Zach Wilson. I would have drafted the guy the kid the Bears got. You know I'm right.
Yeah.
It would have been a better move. It's funny, these guys get paid millions and millions of dollars.
Millions and millions.
Millions to see these kids play. And I could have told you Zach Wilson was not going to be a New York-led quarterback. I mean, Zach may be good when he grows like 4 inches and gets some muscle in his body.
Oh, it's going to be one of those days, I see.
I mean, he's not a big physique quarterback. Even the guy from the Patriots, the kid.
But he's Aaron
I like him.
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old.
He's still Aaron Rodgers.
He's still Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but you know something? He can't do what he used to do. And every year, it gets a little worse.
Sounds like us.
Every year, it gets, it's like LeBron James. Did you see the game yesterday?
No, you can't talk bad about him last night, though.
I can't. LeBron still brings it, but LeBron's is a hulk of a man. You know, LeBron is 3 of me.
He is the greatest body of all time.
Well, I won't say that either, but I'll say that he brought the Lakers out of the ashes yesterday. They should have lost that game, and he was going up against kids half his age.
But the Grizzlies aren't that good.
They're not.
No.
But
Number 2 team in the West.
Yeah, but they're not like a playoff team. They think that they are, but they're not.
They're not. And LeBron decided to be LeBron vintage, and he came out of nowhere. But there's a difference between LeBron in basketball, Aaron Rodgers in football. A huge difference.
Well, LeBron's LeBron.
Well, I told my son, I'm going to buy you a jersey. We don't even know what number he is, but I'm going to buy you a jersey, blah, blah, blah. When the Jets played Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, in the worst conditions in the world, they beat him. They beat him. And he says that's because Green Bay didn't have a team. Green Bay didn't have a team. So the great Green Bay Packers teams since 1956 is not a good team. The Jets, for 51 years, won 1 Super Bowl. Who's a better team? And you're going to tell me that Aaron Rodgers didn't have a good team? Aaron Rodgers can't throw the ball anymore.
Wow, it's going to be one of those days.
I'm just saying. I'm a
It's going to be a
diehard.
cranky kind of day,
No, it's
cranky
not
kind
that.
of
I'm
day.
a diehard Jets fan.
Yeah, so you
And
should be
I
happy.
know that Aaron Rodgers is not the cure. I'm sorry.
One person is not the cure. It takes a team.
I understand that, but Aaron Rodgers is getting, what is he getting, 60 million,
60 million?
Josh?
I don't remember his contract from last year, but it's a pretty good number, yeah.
60 million a year to play football?
Oh, no, it's not 60 million a year. No,
Oh.
it ain't no.
He has
no.
2 years left. I think it's 60 million.
Oh,
In 2
yeah,
years,
it's
so
60
30
million
million a year?
over
It's 30
3 years, I
Yeah.
think.
20 million a year. Wow.
But I got to tell you, I'd rather have gone after the kid from Baltimore,
Yes.
which I think he gives the Jets a better chance because
No.
he can run and throw.
What Lamar's doing, he's going to stay in Baltimore for 1 more year, and then he's going to come down to Miami.
So why do you think they didn't?
Why didn't they? Because they didn't want to give up the draft picks. Lamar would have taken 3 number ones. 3 number ones to draft him.
Well, the
But
Heat
they-
won last night. Apparently, I heard they came from behind and the Heat
Butler
won.
Butler, is it? It's
Jimmy
56?
Butler.
56.
He dropped 56.
Crazy.
Pretty unbelievable, right? Now they move on, right? They leave home and they go
No, they go.
They got one more game.
home.
Um,
No, they
Away.
gotta go away,
They gotta
right?
go to Milwaukee. But the Milwaukee player is not playing, right? The guy.
he's playing. He just has a lower back contusion, I want to call it. But he played yesterday. He got 26 points. He played decent.
And he's playing hurt, and he got 26 points. That kid was not playing hurt. I don't think that series is over. I think Milwaukee wins the next one, and they come back.
I want them to come back because I want to go to Game 6. You know how awesome that would be.
Back
The
home.
first rounds ain't that exciting. The second and third rounds get better.
I remember Chuck and Chelsea went to the game last year. It was second round playoffs. They all both went for their birthday. They both came home with COVID. No, she didn't. He did, and then you got it, and I got it, and everyone.
I want to thank Chuck.
Yeah, so I said, you're not going to a game this year. We were all sick Mother's Day with COVID. You and I were both out for the week. So, nope, thank you very much. You can stay home and watch it on TV.
It's interesting. Sports is an interesting money dilemma. There's a lot of money floating in sports now, a lot of guaranteed contracts, and it's just ridiculous. But, they got all excited about Aaron Rodgers. Is he better than Wilson? I'm better than Zach Wilson.
You're going to be cranky. I put some pictures on the board, Josh. We can have a little chit chat. There is a new Guinness Book World Record, the smallest dog ever. 2-year-old Chihuahua named Pearl. She is officially the world's shortest dog and confirmed by her vet, the Guinness World Records.
There's one ugly
She
dog.
measures
What do you expect?
3.59 inches,
That is one ugly dog.
9.14 centimeters in height, meaning she's shorter than a popsicle stick.
I want that thing.
That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Only because of her head is she longer than a dollar bill at 5 inches. Other than that, her body is the shortest dog around.
Oh my god, I want that dog.
So
How
what do you
cute is
feed it for
that?
dinner? A peanut?
Yes.
Is that unbelievable?
No.
How cute is that?
It's not
So
cute at all.
cute.
That's one of the ugliest mutts I've ever seen.
Oh my
Look at
gosh.
This thing is horrible.
3
wrong with
inches.
you?
I think she's smaller than a Sharpie,
I
right?
think she's
shorter
uglier
than a dollar bill.
uglier.
She's look at those
A
eyes.
dollar bill. Hold on, I think I
That's gotta be like a tea.
Hey, go
like a
right
Look
there.
at those eyes. How cute is she,
See
right?
it in person. You're like,
So cute.
She's
Smaller
smaller
than
than a
that.
dollar bill.
Weird, Josh.
That is one ugly
You know,
dog.
I got to tell you, Jack's paw is bigger than that.
Yeah.
That is not Josh's kind of dog. I got to tell you.
That's my kind of dog.
I know.
Chihuahuas are like rats with teeth.
Rats have teeth too.
That's
But
what I'm saying. That thing has rats.
but because Frank is coming today, we have first picture of Mars. Take a look at this. So it shows Mars is, how beautiful is that?
First of all,
A new atlas of Mars is
Wait a minute,
available for
wait a minute.
researchers.
Why are they making a map of Mars already?
Yes.
They decided they needed an atlas of
Hey,
Mars.
wait a minute. I see Josh's house.
NYU and Abu Dhabi has put this together.
What is
a map,
this?
It's a map of Mars.
That is not a map of Mars.
Yeah, it's
Wait, that's
3,000
my favorite
images.
company over
Since
there.
when does Mars have water, ocean, and land separation?
Well, that's what they're
They
talking
have-
about.
They got water.
Like that?
They don't have water like that, no.
So this is a made-up picture, and look at North and
It
South
says
poles.
in this, it's got the largest volcano as well as polar ice caps, an extinct river and lake system, which other deals with NASA's Perseverance rover has been exploring.
Did you
So,
say extinct lake system?
that is what I said.
So they used to have.
Water. Oh, but wait, we should read Frank's next book. Is all I can tell
Does
you.
it have clouds and stuff?
I didn't say clouds. They put over 30,000 pictures and stitched this together. It's between NYU and Abu Dhabi to put this together, the United States and United Emirates, so they could see our neighboring Mars.
Why?
Because they realized that we should know more about Mars and study Mars. Maybe because Russ is here is why. What can I tell you?
My favorite Martian.
Exactly.
No,
It's
this,
pretty amazing, though,
that
don't you
picture
think?
has to be. It's got to be docked up. There's no way in the world the Mars looks like.
They have an atlas of Mars. That's what they've put together.
Are Martians and aliens like the same thing, or they're like different things?
I don't know, Russ. Are
Russ,
Martians and aliens the same thing, or they're different things?
He doesn't know. He's just learning. He's
Wouldn't
gonna tell
Martians
us.
be from Mars?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
And where are aliens from?
Wherever you want.
It's just a catch-all term of like.
I think a Martian can be an alien, but an alien doesn't necessarily have to be a Martian.
I agree.
Yeah.
And if that makes sense, let me know because I don't know what the hell I just
An
said.
alien can be from anywhere outside of our
Yes, like you. You can be an alien.
sense.
Him, on the other hand, he's a Martian.
Martians are from Mars.
Okay, yeah, so it makes sense now.
But you could have people from Pluto and they could be
Pluto.
Plutotarians.
And
And they fall under the umbrella of aliens.
Plantations, when you make those flat things, you know, out of banana, that's a plantain, that's a fruitation. It's a flat.
I'm learning so much now.
A plantain? That was
Plantain
pretty
is a
good, but I'm
plantation.
bummed. That's Josh's tea frog hanging off his mug.
What the hell is that?
It steeps his tea.
It what?
Steeps his tea.
It what?
I put
What
the-
to
I
steeps?
put the diffuser in here.
It
Or the
steeps.
He
pellets
puts the tea
inside the
bag
frog.
inside the frog and he puts the frog in the tea.
You know when you put the tea bag in your water, it's called steeping.
Well, that's ingenious. Where'd you get that?
Someone got it for me.
On a photo shoot.
Who got it? Wait a minute, you went on a photo shoot and they got you a frog?
Yeah.
At the Murakami. Doesn't that
At
make
the
sense to
Murakami.
you?
No, we got it at the. It was a comic book store. It's called Tate's Comic in Fort Lauderdale. It's actually a pretty
Oh,
cool
that was
place.
after the photo shoot, Dave.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's comics?
No!
He got new comics, by the way.
Oh,
Bailey.
Where's the
He-
buzzer, bro?
Let's not bring Andrew Tate into this.
Hold on.
Andrew who?
No.
Oh, Lord.
You
We're
have
not
another,
talking
you have
about
another
him.
photo up there?
Yes, I got another photo there. Which one do I have?
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Steps?
Huh?
Think, which one? The other photo I have is the one of steps. Because you know there was this random number that we said we should all walk 10,000 steps a day. That was just an arbitrary number that somebody made up because the pedometer can count to 10,000 steps. So some great marketing advertising company decided that we should all walk 10,000 steps a day.
Yeah.
It's not all possible and it's not necessary. So they say people who took 4,500 steps per day had a 77% lower risk of cardiovascular disease than those only walking 4,000 steps a day. They're saying the extra 500 steps a day actually lowers your risk of heart disease. 77% lower risk. So you just got
Well,
to walk a
normally,
few more steps.
if you're walking, you're not smoking cigarettes. So yeah,
That's not
go
true.
ahead.
What?
What is cigarettes?
Or anything else.
Thing?
Or anything else.
So you just got to get out and walk. They said just a couple of steps more a day will lower your incidence of cardiovascular
Yeah.
disease and stroke.
Like, for example, when I was in London, nobody, like, people do not drive very much in London. People walk like crazy. I lost so much weight. Like, I was eating, like, absolute horribly, but it didn't matter.
Because you
'Cause
walk.
Londoners eat, like, what?
No, just keep going.
What are you laughing at, huh, punk?
Londoners?
I don't.
Is that like Canadians?
I've never
For
heard of
example, like, fish and chips, and they
It's
eat
a lot of
their-
greasy food.
Yeah, but then they just get up.
And they walk.
Well, everywhere in
they
Europe,
walk
people
like
just
an hour.
walk.
It's because they live in a city that you can do that.
Yeah.
We don't have many of those here.
We don't have any city. You want to get a container of milk, you better have a car.
I mean,
Or Walmart delivery.
Walmart is like, forget, or now it's the delivery. Well, what's going to happen in this country is we're going to get fatter, we're going to get worse and more diabetes because now we have to deliver everything.
Good to know.
Wally's the future. If you ever seen Wally, it's coming soon.
The
We
drones.
all sit around in the robotic chairs.
Yeah, I ain't being part of that.
They do drones for everything. You saw the video I sent you of the kid's wedding. Did you see the drone shot? We didn't even know there were drones there. But the way they flew in over the venue, it's pretty cool, right?
You never seen the drone show?
I didn't know there were drones at the wedding. I didn't see them.
You got to be careful at everything.
That's what I got to tell you. I
Don't
did not
pick your
even know they were
nose in
there.
public because there's a drone. I'm just saying, don't do something you shouldn't be doing because you're going to get caught on video. I was watching the FBI show yesterday. Do you know that they can find you anywhere in any city whenever they want
Only
to?
if they want to.
Oh, they want to.
It's like
if
that.
they want to find you, they find you.
have you ever seen that show? It was called Person of Interest.
Yes.
It was like, it's kind of like that. Where,
But I didn't realize that they can take your social media page and find you in the city. They can find you because of the pictures you post on social media anywhere in the world.
Because
So-
the government, they have access to your IP address.
Yeah.
And then they can just track your I don't know what it is inside the phones, but they track something in there.
But most social media like platforms, they require your location to like do things.
That's
You know,
if they
Snapchat
want
does.
If they, yeah, because they want the government, the Patriot Act wants to know all the movements.
Mm-hmm.
But I could take Josh's car, his photo from Facebook, and I will find Josh. The FBI will find you. Driving, walking, whatever.
But if you don't want to be found, I think people find a way not to be found. They get themselves off
No,
the
no,
grid.
no, no, no more. Not no more. They have this thing where you plug it into a computer and it finds you, and then it follows you. I saw this thing yesterday, and they had these circles of you can go left or right. So the circles are what you can do, and they watch you walking. And they caught the guy with the bad guy with the gun.
Unless because it was the TV show.
And I'm telling you, it's real. You know how
That's
I
all
know
I
it's
can
real?
tell you because by 57 minutes after the hour, they got to wrap up the show.
No, that's them catching the guy.
Yes, exactly.
But I'm going to tell you why it's real because Gio
Why?
interviewed for that position at the FBI, and he turned it down. And he was explaining to me, he says, "Dad, you have no idea what they can do." I says, "Yeah, I pretty much can see it on TV." Because they put everything that we do, every secret we do is on television. We have a
that
supersonic...
21-year-old kid that they're accusing of espionage. Well, they're going might accuse him
He has
allegedly
not
espionage.
He has not been arraigned yet. Now, what the hell is that?
You tell me how a 21-year-old got into. I know he did IT, but how did he gain access to
Because
everything?
he worked as a National Guard.
But don't you think that?
Well, you know what? We
I
got
don't know.
a gentleman in here that I found out yesterday. In the military, he controlled the what is that? The airspace, right? Weren't you
Air traffic control.
air traffic
You
controller?
done that too? Wow.
And they have to give you access to certain information. If the president's coming in, you have to have access to these military planes. You got to have access to some secret information, don't you?
True.
And if you see a balloon flying over your airport, you're going to have to call the right people so you have access to that information.
True.
So I'm going to tell you what.
They gave this guy access?
Of course, he's a National Air
But
Guardsman.
they gave a lot of people access. He just chose to use it for his own,
in the game
allegedly
room,
his own good.
playing games, playing what these crazy people do. Playing games, he was telling people secrets. You don't do that.
No, you don't, allegedly, don't do that.
Allegedly.
He has not
They
been.
got him, they caught him in the act. He hasn't even been arraigned. Now, why is that? Tell me why you think he has not been arraigned, which means he has not been charged officially. Why is that?
Well, it's like you think there's only one person that actually shot at President Kennedy, too, right?
No, but why do you think he hasn't been arraigned? They don't know how much,
He gave
how
away.
deep,
That's true.
how much he gave away, to who he gave it
Yeah,
away.
but do you think he's just only one person, is my point?
They don't know, so they
Exactly.
haven't arraigned him because they're going to say, you either work with us and tell us everything you did, or we're going to throw you in that prison in Colorado that has absolutely no lights and nothing. It's like a giant hole.
But imagine doing it and thinking you can get away with it. I guess even if he gets caught, information has gotten out, so the damage is already done. It's like when you're in a court of law and you make your statement to the jury and they said, you can't use that statement, but it's already out. The
Yeah.
information is already out. What are you going to do, take it back? I lied?
It's not about taking it back.
I know, it's already
It's about
out.
who did he say it to?
Yeah.
Who did he tell this information to? Did he give it to the Chinese? Did he give it to people in government? Did he give it?
He allegedly gave it.
He said that he only did it in his game room chat, which is such a bunch of baloney.
Well, maybe he did, but you don't know who's on the other side of that
Yeah,
game
but
room
somebody in
chat.
the news got a hold of it.
Yeah, but like I know this kind of shows exist because I met somebody at at the wedding, and apparently he was a producer of a show in California where they pretty much take cases, real cases, police cases
And they redo them.
that have not been solved yet.
Unsolved
they
mystery.
invest money into the case and they solve it real time. I think it's so interesting that something like that, it's actually quite amazing because a lot of people probably get closure out of something like that.
You could go undercover.
I would never be able to go
I think
under.
you are undercover. I think you're a Martian undercover guy.
Tell me about your necklace.
It's the same kind of one that I got Friday. I got it at the same place.
It's very nice.
I went to my cousin's wedding at something called the Folk School in North Carolina, and it teaches you pottery, it teaches you cooking, glass blowing, welding. It can teach you how to work with metal, all sorts of fun things, sewing, knitting. And they have a gift shop where almost everything they have in that gift shop is stuff that is made at the
Look, I got
by
a
different
wand.
Yes, that wasn't made there.
How cool is this though? But your necklace was.
Yeah.
It's like the
His
tree of
necklace
life.
was and this necklace was.
And there's a heart.
I want to learn how to make
He
soap
asked me if
someday.
I thought you would like it. I said
I
you're gonna
love
love it.
I love it.
But like I saw, like I was at a we were just shopping around a few days ago. It was still made homemade, but I saw a bunch of wands and I was like, oh, there we go. I had to get one.
So you had a good time?
Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. I took the most unbelievable footage ever
Nice,
of that
right?
wedding.
And you did a great cooking up chaos. Josh
Thank
wants
you.
to know if you're going to be making peach cobbler here.
Yeah, you
Can I
bring,
have
did
some
you
peach
bring it
cobbler,
back?
please?
We don't. Well, I couldn't bring any back.
Here's
But-
what I got really nervous on that episode. So
Why?
you don't have cinnamon in your house. So his dad takes out one of those big potato grinders
But you know, I did the edit though. I stopped it before.
and a cinnamon stick. So he takes the cinnamon stick and he runs it down the grater and then he cuts to a parking lot and it says, "Kids, don't ever do this at home." And I'm waiting to see your hand bandaged. Like I'm thinking, what did he do? Well, you never said you did or you didn't do. You
No,
all you
like
said
I was like,
you-
please do not do this. It's unsafe.
Did you cut yourself?
No, but just the way that we were grating it,
I
it
saw
looked
that.
so dangerous. I was like, we
Hand grater?
A hand grater.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know
'cause
the
I
big
got, like,
box
a grater,
graters?
and I was trying to grate this.
Right
And he's
here.
taking a cinnamon stick going like this. And then he cuts to the parking lot. And I'm thinking he's at an urgent care. I didn't know where you were. And I'm like, oh my God.
You
this
ever
guy's-
use a hand grater?
I
Yeah,
used to
it's
use it when
just
we would
like-
make potato latkes.
Yeah, but like, it's one thing trying to grate a potato with a hand grater.
Not a cinnamon
It's
stick.
another thing trying to grate
Right?
a freaking cinnamon
It's
stick.
this big.
I try to do it as well too. It is rough.
It sounds
You
rough.
guys ever grate a coconut?
Coconuts.
You know ajo con dulce or coquito? That's how my mother used to make. We used to grate, and our hands were like
You can say
ruined.
coconut's good for weight loss and low in sugar.
Really?
Yes, they say it's a better alternative than almond milk because of.
But I mean the
inflammation.
nut from the coconut, the fruit from the coconut.
No, if you want to get into that, you can't have almond milk because almond milk is produced in California most of the time, and because almonds, they need a lot of moisture and water to grow. And because California had all these droughts, that's why it's not good to have almond milk, and people want to drink coconut milk more.
Well,
Yeah,
there's
we've
also
been buying
the-
a lot of coconut milk lately.
There's also the
so-
inflammation factor. Almond milk is highly inflammatory in the body. Now, did you see that Dubai bought all these farms in the desert because they needed some kind of plant for their salads? And Dubai now is, because of all the oil and everything, they don't grow anything now. So they bought the farms here. And because the Colorado River is drying up, this plant sucks up all the water.
What,
It
like
is
hemp seeds?
beautiful. Huh? It
What?
wasn't hemp. It's some kind of alfalfa, some kind of plant. So now the United States is getting upset because all the water is being sucked up by this plant
Well, why are
that's
we
being sent to
letting
Dubai.
Dubai buy our land
Because
in the
they
United
bought
States.
them already. Well, because at the time when they bought it 10 years ago, it wasn't a problem.
But why are we letting other countries buy our land?
Money. I'm sorry, China owns 80% of Manhattan.
Including that police station, I know.
I mean, there were, and it was one of the presidents came in and they changed the rule that a foreign country cannot own certain land stuff, certain, like the Empire State Building, those big things. But China was buying everything up in Manhattan for billions and billions of dollars.
And now Dubai is also.
And Dubai did it with the plant, exactly what Josh just said. These plants, the Colorado River. Now, when the rains came to California, I said, why didn't we have pipes take that water to the Colorado River?
But you don't wonder how we get milk from an almond?
Yeah. You paste it.
You can milk anything.
You can milk an almond?
Come here, let me milk you, Russ.
Well, how they no, Freddie, let me rephrase.
Good morning.
How you milk
That's
like things.
She said I can milk anything.
I,
Thank you very
I'll
much.
rephrase. How they like milk things that don't have like things to produce milk. You like put it in like a cheesecloth or something and like steep it in water and then
And it makes,
like it
makes the
juices
juice.
basically. Yeah.
You're right. She's 100% correct. Now,
Interesting.
I got to tell you, something came up in baseball again
Yeah.
where they call Max a cheater.
Yep.
Now, did you see what David Cohn did? Now, David Cohn pitched for the Mets and the Yankees. He's a retired Hall of Famer. And he found out that they use salt rosin on the mound of baseball. Salt rosin.
Good morning. Yes.
Salt rosin. Not resin, it's salt resin.
So it's not detectable?
So check this out. So if you take salt resin, right, and now your hand is sweating, and you put it on your hands, and you take alcohol, and you wash it off, and you put the resin back, the baseball will stick to your fingers. And he did this on the air, and they just sent it to Major League Baseball because now they have to change the rules. Something in the resin, the salt resin, and the alcohol makes it very sticky.
Are you allowed to use salt resin?
Yes, it's what they have on the mound.
Oh.
But they're saying that the alcohol and the resin combination in a heated environment, and he went like this, and the ball was stuck onto his fingers.
And
So
he-
Major League Baseball says that you doctor it. He said, I'll do it again in front of you. So they got a new problem. Heated states like San Francisco,
Florida.
California, Florida, with alcohol and that salt resin will make it sticky, make your fingers sticky. And they don't want that.
So don't put alcohol.
You can't. It's not illegal to put alcohol in your hand.
Why would you want the baseball to stick to your hand, though?
So
It's-
better
it doesn't.
grip.
It's
yeah.
not drinking alcohol, it's rubbing
It's
alcohol.
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
But I could not. I saw the film yesterday. I went, "Ah, the ball is stuck. And this guy has huge hands. The ball is stuck on his fingers. And he says, and this is what they call Max a cheater. Now, Max did not challenge because he doesn't think he's going to get a fair break. Okay, because everybody thinks then he's a cheater and it's going to make his record worse. So he left it alone. But
You
David,
get a 10-game suspension for it.
yes, and he's serving it. But David Cohn said, explain this. So it's at Major League Baseball. They're supposed to come up with a decision on Friday. Now they're going to say that maybe the resin that he had was a different resin than what.
She's like, I don't want to be on camera.
Maybe it's a different resin than what was used in the game. But resin is resin.
Wow.
Salt resin. Why are they using salt resin?
That's my question to you. What did they use before?
Resin.
So somebody was because somebody knew about this chemical change and they changed it to salt resin.
Of
This
course,
was
you're
not a
talking about
coincidence.
major leaguers.
Yeah.
You can go.
We got to call Mr. Baseball. There's been a lot going on, and we need to bring him back in.
We do. Yes.
He says he has to leave.
You got to leave?
Let's take a commercial break.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. My favorite alien's leaving. We'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. You know, Russell was the
He's done a lot in
producer,
his life.
producer for Oprah Winfrey. Yep, when she first started.
Man knows
When
a
she
lot about
first
a lot.
And it's funny because he tells me stories about Oprah, how they fired her because they didn't think she was good enough to be on TV. And what is she worth? $265 billion.
I like all the firings at CNN yesterday.
CNN.
Not CNN.
Fox.
Fox.
Fox, sorry.
They fired Tucker Carl, whatever.
Tucker Carlson?
And Don Lemon.
But those
Don
guys-
Lemon is on CNN though.
CNN, yeah. They fired CNN guy and they fired the Fox guy.
Mhm.
But it's funny because those guys, they weren't even part of the controversy.
Yes.
A little bit.
Tucker Carlson was for
Tucker
sure.
Carlson
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
He says, we got to get to the bottom of this. I don't know.
So it
No,
goes back to
it goes back. Oh, sorry.
if you're paid a lot of money, do you say what they want you to say?
Misinformation. That's
So why
why.
would they fire him?
Because they got in trouble for the misinformation.
yeah,
Yeah,
Someone's
he
gotta
was
take-
paid to say.
He's-
Right.
Yeah. Well.
They didn't stop him from saying this. Like I say the wrong thing right now because you tell me to say it. Why are you firing me? Fire yourself.
Because it came down the line that someone had to take blame for it, right?
I mean, he had Carlson had his own show.
Yeah.
And his own show is what he's going to be talking about that day.
But they let him get away with it. They told him what to say. They gave him the information. They gave him the monies to be able to do what he did.
They all
Yeah, but he could
agree.
have said no.
Yeah, they all
Well,
agree.
let
with,
me
no,
ask you
because they
the-
all have the same views on
Well,
it.
let me ask
they
you
all
a different
agree.
question, and that's the election. Let's talk about Donald Trump is being sued civilly
Mm-hmm.
by this lady who's an author in New York. Starts today. He's not even going to show up for court. That's how much he really cares. But the interesting thing is that depending on what the court decides,
Yeah.
the people that are going to say guilty, not guilty,
Jury.
the jury, they're the ones that are going to determine how much money to penalize him if he loses. There's no stipulation of court going to jail or anything like that. Just money. So does that really make any sense? Does it matter? Oh, so you got to pay $1. You got to pay $100 million. What difference does it make?
Yeah,
It goes to character.
The only thing I don't like is the words that he uses. It's him saying this is the biggest fraud in all of history.
He also
Like-
says that he's the best man in all of history.
That's just the words that he says because it's not just here and now. It's all of history that he's talking about.
But you know, he's a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a self-imposed king. He says that the president should be king forever. And those are his words, not mine. But it is what it is. Then he'll tell you, you know, when I was president, all these good things happened. And factually, they did. So everybody thinks, my son is one. He says, oh, look at the Democrats and this and that. Hey, but what price do you pay for this crap?
It's the list. He like these good things. It's this big, but then there's the other side of it, and you're
Yes, for our
But he doesn't wanna
capitalistic
show you.
nation, yes, he did good. But for our human nature interacting with
So
one
what's
another,
more
he
important
did
to you?
human nature.
Why?
Because money's not everything. It's human love and touch with one another
Well,
that
if the
we
companies don't fire you, look at Amazon's going on, not Amazon, Bed Bath & Beyond's going on.
Disney's firing
Disney-
7,000
Well, did you
people.
see how DeSantis is after Disney? Was it shut him down? What is wrong with this guy? It's Disney!
This guy is beyond.
Yeah.
What they've done to the state of Florida is, I can't.
Actually,
it's just-
Florida is flourishing.
It's really not though.
On the humanitarian level, Florida is
that's
a
what Josh is
mess.
saying. Yeah,
All
of
right,
course.
yeah, let's read coffee news.
But you can't put your head in the ground
Yeah.
because you don't like what they say. Listen, you got to vote and you got to run for office. If you don't like what's going on, run.
Well, Kenny
and
Love's
vote.
running for president.
I'm voting for him. I asked him if I could be his vice president.
President of Love. I think we should all go out and vote for Kenny Love.
I want to. I
Honestly-
want to be vice president. I wear a red suit.
I'd rather have him as president than our current one.
I
You
would
vote for
too.
Kenny Love, right?
Yeah.
I would
I'd do it.
I would do it.
Coffee news.
Imagine we could be his whole media department.
Is there like a specific reason you want to read
He
coffee
wants to
news?
change the subject.
Hey, look
Oh,
what I
but look
found.
what's in the middle
look
of that.
what's in the middle of coffee news.
We're going to send those out to be printed today.
Wow, this is beautiful. Look, and it has games and coloring books in the back for the kids.
What?
See what happens when you go on for 10 days? Not only do we not mop the floors, we come up with new marketing ideas.
New marketing idea is going to be in coffee news. Oh, you missed a fantastic meeting, guys, yesterday. Fantastic. We got to catch you
We're
up.
going to do some horoscopes.
Yes. Blank was the horse of a fictional character in the book Don Quixote.
What?
Don
Blank
Quixote.
was the horse,
Who was the horse?
of the fictional character Don Quixote. What was the name of the horse?
You had story reading with me, right,
It
Josh?
starts with an R.
We did a storyboard for it.
It starts with an R.
It's not Ronald.
I don't
Not
know. I
Ronald.
don't know the name
You
of the
guys did
horse
the
though.
storyboard?
Rocco.
Rocinante.
Oh, we only did like a part of the story.
What is the medical term for the kneecap?
The patella. I have knee problems.
That's why she knows that. Actor Ben Kingsley's birth name was? Ben Kingsley. What was his birth name?
Benjamin?
I don't even know who Ben Kingsley is.
King and I.
He's in like everything.
Oh, that's Yul Brenner.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Krishna Pandit by Haji Ha.
What?
Hey, hold on, what?
That's what it is. Don't worry about it. What is the diameter of the planet Venus? What is the diameter of the planet Venus?
Diameter.
Yes. How many miles is the diameter?
I don't know.
Almost
Venus.
2,000 miles.
No.
7,521.
I'll listen to you.
The Grimaldillis are the family who ruled Morocco since 1297. The Grimaldillis are the family who ruled Morocco since 1927. True or false?
True.
False.
True.
Hey, I know who I'll guess.
Well, that's a 50-50.
I was going to ask our friend from Turkey over there.
Did you know the answer to that? Wow. That's okay. I feel the same way. Don't worry about it. All right, who do we want to start with? Josh, do you have somebody in particular you would like
Josh
to
is a
know?
Virgo.
I did want to ask if you can read a Cancer for me.
Oh, Cancer!
Answer.
Wow! Cancer it is. Cancer it is. The Cancer can be, holy smokes, reticent about asking for help. Midweek, you may experience an opportunity to change that pattern. Be sure to clearly communicate your needs to others. Run, baby, run.
No, you just teach.
No, yeah.
Communicate.
I'm a teacher.
Oh, yeah, you're a
Wait,
teacher, all right. You are a teacher, all right. What's your sign, Mr. Josh?
He's a Virgo.
Virgo.
Virgo, stay away from Cancers. What? The astrological pattern over the next month is a well-grounded one. This resonates. This resonates with your Virgo energy, and you could use it to help you more easily achieve your goals.
Okay.
You're on the upswing. You
I
can tell.
see.
I don't want to say nothing more. And your sign?
Aquarius.
My brother was. Are others putting obstacles in the way of what you are trying to accomplish?
I don't think so.
You may have to decide between getting to a win-win solution or just proving them wrong. You know, those are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Win-win is you do anything no matter what.
No, win-win is you compromise.
What's the metaphor eye for an eye mean?
Retribution.
What is retribution?
Basically, like if they do something to you, you did like something equally like
okay,
back
okay,
to
okay.
them.
What is yours, Mr. Brett?
Gemini.
You just skipped Rolls Royce.
We're going to get to her in a second. Gemini. Geminis have a natural talent for gathering information from the ethereal realm.
Oh,
Ethereal realm. What is that?
spiritual.
Spiritual. You're spiritual.
You're a spiritual.
I
We're
don't
gonna
feel
call
like
you-
a dictionary today.
We're
Why?
going to call you Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Dawn's dictionary.
This is
Tuesday.
heightened for you now. Be aware of how you could use this to achieve your goals.
I believe that. Look, he knew exactly the feel of what to get for you, for me, for
You're very
himself.
spiritual. Did you know that?
Yep.
You knew that?
Yeah. Like, I always knew that I'm very in tune with how
You
people
are.
feel.
He's a very spiritual woman.
Thank you. babe.
Well, you know, you can milk anything.
We'll start with almonds.
Rolls Royce, what is your birth date? What sign are you?
Oh, we went through this already. She was born, but she's 3
I
months
know.
premature.
So which one should we read?
June, right? Or Leo.
We should read Leo?
August. She was really born in August.
You may feel your self-confidence challenged during the next month. This could signal that there are changes you may want to consider to be more successful in the future. There is changes about to happen.
Look at her.
I'll wait for him.
And she
You
smiles. And she smiles. She's like the happiest person I think I've ever met.
Aries, you may be enthusiastic and even ambitious about planning your goals for the next 6 months. However, you might need to let go of an old pattern first.
Oh.
Oh.
That's the problem with you. You hold on to a lot of old patterns. What is yours?
She's it with me.
Oh, old patterns.
Old patterns, eh?
Yeah. And you do them over and over again.
Oh.
Remember what Freddie said. Okay, yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about, Bailey.
I know exactly what you're
I'm
talking
so
about, Josh.
All right, how about you, Mr. Pisces? And we'll
Josh,
wrap
stop,
this up.
stop playing with backs.
Pisces born are good at building castles in the air. You know, take
You
some
are
of that.
good at that.
Take some of that. No, I don't build castles in the air. I build castles on the ground.
There we go.
But they start in your vision.
The next month may be conducive to building a concrete foundation. See?
Conducive.
Okay, that too. Conducive to building a concrete foundation for your dreams. How do you want to proceed? Wait, you read this? That you know all this, what are you, SAT was a 1600?
No.
Hate you
See,
too.
you visualize them in the sky, and then they're telling you, build the foundation, and you will present it.
Everybody
right here in the ground.
visualizes everything
That's
in the
not
sky.
true.
It is true. Every plan you ever had, including what you wore, the makeup you're putting on, what you wake up and say, oh, look, the makeup, let me put it on. No, you say, let me see what I'm
There are
going to
people
wear.
that don't have a plan. They just get up and they do.
Yes. It's called Wu Wei. It's
Really?
just the act of flowing.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
And the act of Shia LaBeouf.
Oh,
Just
my
do
God.
it.
So do you like run out and don't get dressed and come naked to work?
Yeah?
No, it's not that. It's just you just move and you don't have to think about anything,
just
and you
do.
just let your body control flow.
Is that what we like to do, is to let things flow?
This way it's
It's
not
what-
planned. It's just natural.
That's the way things are supposed to be.
That's
The
the way
Wu
things are
way.
supposed to be?
Yes. You gotta let the galaxy.
So all of
the
you have
universe take
castles
control of
in
you.
the air.
Building castles in the sky. All right, let's wrap this up. More to come on our midday show. We've got Frank Rufola joining us, Cooking Up Chaos, I believe, and The Reinvented Life. at
Cooking
11
up chaos
o'clock.
today?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
We're doing a chilled corn soup.
Something simple for kids.
Killed corn soup.
Chilled corn soup.
How do you do that?
Asian corn soup. We're going to be... Actually, you know what? Wait and find out.
Wow, I may have to check that out.
Corn and coconut.
Who do you have any guests, surprise people going to be helping you out doing the show today?
Chef Martin.
Chef Martin, anybody else? There's a lot of people that lined up that wanted to be on this thing.
Who?
What are you, both owls? We'll talk about it off the air.
More to come. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be